What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the third episode of the Soulful Connections Podcast. I greatly appreciate you coming on and joining. I am recording today's episode just on my iPhone, like I record all my episodes. If you could give this a like and a share, I would greatly appreciate it. And subscribe also. I am going to start putting out more YouTube content. So many ideas flowing, so many things that I want to discuss and talk about. And I don't have a specific schedule yet for these, but I'm just kind of posting on how I feel that day and how I feel that week and just some ideas that come about. And let's get started. So today's episode is going to be about the power of waiting. And I read an article this week that one of my good family friends shared with me called the Gospel Coalition. It's on Facebook. You can find it. I'll actually link the article in the description below. You can check it out. It's a great article. I believe his name is Mark Vroegup is how you pronounce his name. He goes into great detail about waiting. And the discussion I'd like to have today and the topic that I want to cover today is the power of waiting. The reason that the discussion is going to be about the power of waiting is we all go through it. We all go through a waiting period of finding a new job. If it's not the job that we want to work at or the company that we want to work at, you've been laid off. The power of waiting for that instant, well, not instant, but that power of waiting through that period of, okay, yes, I was laid off. Now I got to find a new job. There's a waiting period in that. There's so many other instances of waiting that I feel like is not focused on enough in today's society that we should bring more to light. And the reason that I want to discuss about this today is because it was brought to my attention that, through getting to know the guys that I met in Florida this past week. I was in Florida for about a week and a half. And last weekend, I met a group of about 15 to 16 guys that have come from all different walks of life that have experienced this waiting period. Reflecting on my ideas and reflecting from the weekend of just a bunch of God-fearing, God-minded people that just all want the same thing. I think it's truly important that we recognize that there will be waiting periods in every facet of life. And the more we recognize that and understand that there are biblical narratives that describe this, that show waiting on God. Waiting on God is not easy. There are periods of waiting, like, waiting for a test result that you went to the doctor for and you're, anxious and waiting, or, there's a period of, I'm not sure if my son's going to pass this grade, or am I going to get into this college? There's just so many instances of how do we deal with this feeling of anxiety in that period. And the article goes into a big, more in-depth about it. What I wanted to just come on here to tell you is that there's power in that. What do you do in that waiting period? You just kind of sit around and just coast through that period, not take care of yourself, not take care of your mind, not read. There's so many instances of different ways that you can go about dealing with that initial period of that waiting period, so that's really all I wanted to come on here and say, guys. It was a real quick, short episode today. I would like to have more in-depth discussions related to this topic of waiting and how we can just take some grace in that and understand that everybody goes through it. We're not alone. And if you really come back to a human center and human, like this, the peace within our soul, I think that'll help a lot in just waiting and patience, because there's power in patience. There's power in waiting. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Short episode today, quick hitting. I just want to let you know that you are loved, you are cared for, and man, I just appreciate you all so much. Talk to you guys soon. Episode 4 coming out hopefully in the next week or two, I'm guessing. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Love you guys. Peace.